I had my entire car taken apart because my harnesses have failed me, and I bought a new harness that is completely stock. I'm putting all the relays and stuff back in the bay, so I thought I'd make a little video on putting the stock harness back in. If people have not known how to do this, you go ahead and start by putting the ignition side through the hole here, and then you're gonna feed where this little circle is, all this stuff that way through the bottom hole there. And then you want to run the rest of this harness right behind your radiator underneath here, and then bring it to over there. Get the other relay box to sit right about here, feed in the rest of the stuff on this side under and over the fender here, and right into the hole there. So right now I'm just gonna go ahead and try to snake it through, and I'll put it on a time lapse or something. I went ahead and had to smash in this little area here, so that way there's somewhat of a dent and a smooth surface to put the harness here. And like every 240 owner does, you're gonna have to put the harness above the fender line and bend it up if you're going low especially. So I'm doing that now. Next, I had to go ahead and cut my boot so I can go ahead and fit this around the harness and plug this hole. This harness did not come with one, sadly, so I'm using the old one and just had to cut it down the middle. That's pretty much it. Put that on there, snake that through. So I got the front all tied in, got the horns here and stuff. Horn, don't know what this one is exactly yet, but pretty sure I don't need this. This may also plug into the horn itself. But while I was doing the harness, I didn't even notice that there's a little turtle under here. Right under the gutter. Oh! He moved on me. This little guy must have been under my gutter for quite a while. He's got a broken piece on his shell. I'm gonna try to clean him up. Might have a little pet turtle now.
He's a little rock. They don't like to be in the water all the time.
Yeah, no, we'll put something in there right now. Just get him a little wet. He was pretty dry. Back to the car. We're almost done. Just need to snake this up high over this fender. Maybe bash this little tiny corner in here, and then start plugging everything in on the inside. Get the relays in from my other harnesses and stuff, and make sure everything is grounded, plugged in. We should be good for go. Alright, so I'm not recording too much in detail here, but I will go over it because I am at the moment trying to tape up stuff, and I didn't have it on a tripod, my bad. But right now I'm gonna tape up just the corners of inside here, and then I'm trying to get this harness to pull more this way, and then I can put this boot back on here and have it nicely secured to the firewall. And I ended up drilling a hole here instead of going underneath there because it kind of branches a weird way and I don't like that. And this also lines up perfectly here to plug into the brake master, and that little ground right here goes onto the firewall, or onto the strut tower, my bad. And then I can go ahead and zip tie this right here, and we have a nice little spot where it shouldn't rub. I'm going ahead and putting duct tape over this as well, so that way it has more of strength of hitting against metal. Alright, so it's a little darker now. I'm going ahead and taking my time, making sure everything's good. Right now I'm getting the turn signal in because I have the Onavia front and I have different turn signals, so it will not use these 3 wires, it just uses the 2. And then I'm just gonna kind of leave the plug in here because I did want this harness not to be cut in any sort of way, but I did end up having to do that because I couldn't get the pins out of the plug. So soldered in everything, taping up the passenger side turn signal now, and then I'm gonna get the driver's side. I know you don't need the turn signals to be on to start, but you know, I'd rather have everything kind of put together before I go ahead and give it its final go, because then I could test everything all at once and not have to do each thing individually later. So I'm gonna continue doing that, and I'll kind of just continue recording whenever I get some chances. So it's another day. I went ahead and jumped the fuel wires back to stock. I never could do that because my old harness didn't work with the fuel pump. I have all the wires and the relay boxes obviously out of here. Now I can kind of get the dash back on because we should be good for start. Let's just check here. Battery connected. Neutral. Fuel pump lining. Back to normal. And my pop-ups even work again. So thankfully I was able to get all of that done, get the car's harness back to stock, and now I kind of have a normal 240 again. Since I first bought the car about 8 years ago, so I'm real excited for this thing. And the Mega Squirt can probably actually work in this car. And for those of you who don't know, I had to do all of this because the previous owner left some wiring kind of stripped in the bay, and I didn't know anything about wiring when I got the car. So I was gonna fix it when it came to like spring, and the car actually ended up setting on fire before I could even do that. So I had to get whatever I could to kind of have some sort of working car, because this was my only car at the time. And it kind of ran off of a janky harness for quite a while. This car was also burning for about a good 20 minutes, 25 minutes before the fire department could show up and put it out. So I was trying to put it out myself, and I lived in an apartment at the time, so I had to keep running upstairs and back downstairs to get some water to put it out. And thankfully the fire kind of stayed only in the bay. It did mess up pretty much everything in there besides the block, but it was obviously able to be saved. And you know, the harness was always kind of the issue, but I did have rubbing problems with the Fender harness being here. That's why I did relocate it into the inside for quite a while, because I didn't want anything else getting damaged. But now to have it back to stock, and you know, my fitment's not too crazy or anything. I still have some room to go lower, but that harness stuff, yeah, that's no good. When putting that in, you got to make sure it's super tucked up high. But pretty much other than that, the car is back to its old self, and I'm just gonna clean it up, put the dash back in, and we'll take it for a ride. 240 is running great now. It had no issues so far, and I'll keep continuing to kind of daily drive this at the moment and kind of figure out any more issues that it may have. But we're gonna go ahead and end the video here. I hope you guys learned a little bit and enjoyed the video. I have finally got this car back to stock in some sort of way, and I'm pretty happy about it. Make sure to leave a like, comment down below, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.